All right, so today we are jumping headfirst into the story of a deity whose path to enlightenment was, well, let's just say it was paved with a whole lot of chaos. We're talking about the childhood of Krishna, where divinity and mischief were basically the exact same thing.
I mean, this quote just says it all, right? We're not talking about some distant, untouchable god up in the heavens. Nope, we're talking about a toddler who was, for all intents and purposes, a complete and total handful, a little divine force of nature that kept an entire village on its toes.
So let's set the scene. We're in the village of Gokul, and our main character is a 3.5-year-old Krishna. And get this, the scriptures describe him as if he had springs activated in his body. His energy was just boundless, and his knack for getting into trouble? Absolutely legendary.
And you could see how clever he was right from the get-go. See, his mother, Yashoda, put these noisy anklets on him so she could keep track of where he was. So what does Krishna do? He'd sneak down to the riverbank, stuff him full of sand to muffle the sound, and then, poof, he'd slip out of the house totally undetected.
Okay, so before his pranks went, totally public and became a village-wide problem, Krishna's mischief started small. It began right at home, mostly in the cowshed. And these early pranks, they really set the stage for the kind of playful, super clever character he was.
So one of his favorite things to do was to cure a cow's laziness. He and his brother Balaram would find a cow just sitting there, grab its horns, and shake them until it stood up. Then, they'd just hang on and swing like it was their own personal jungle gym. The cows, though, were pretty smart themselves. They'd often just drop him, plop, right into a fresh pile of cow dung. You can just imagine his mom, somewhere between laughing and shaking her head.
And this next one, it just perfectly shows you how a toddler's mind works. One day, a new calf is born, and Krishna just starts bawling his eyes out. And the reason? You're not going to believe this. He looked in the calf's mouth and saw it had a full set of teeth. He was genuinely, truly upset that this newborn animal had more teeth than he did after 3.5 years. The logic is just priceless.
So, as Krishna got a little older, you can bet his pranks got bigger. He developed this legendary love for butter and curd, and what started as simple mischief soon turned into these elaborate, meticulously planned heists. This wasn't just about getting a snack, It was all about the thrill of the chase. Just look at the strategy on this one. One of the village women, a Gopi, she tries to outsmart him. She hides a pot of sweet curd by sitting on it. But Krishna, with just a single look, signals his friends. What do? They create a massive diversion by letting all the calves loose in the cowshed. The second the Gopi runs off to deal with the chaos, Krishna swoops in and snags the prize. Genius.
I mean, these little operations became so infamous that the villagers started complaining he'd formed a legit, registered gang, complete with this ridiculously official-sounding name. This wasn't just a couple of kids stealing snacks anymore. Oh no. This was an organization. In this gang, they had rules, a clear code of conduct. First, you eat the stolen butter. Second, you share it with your friends. And third, any leftovers go to the monkeys. Simple enough. But here's the kicker. If a heist failed, they would retaliate. They'd go in and sabotage the whole kitchen, pour water on the cooking fire, throw salt in the flour, basically making sure that if they couldn't eat, nobody could.
Well, as you can probably guess, Krishna's ambitions didn't stop at butter. Pretty soon his pranks started affecting the entire community, mixing that childish innocence with some seriously large-scale disruption.
So one day, Krishna and his little buddies decide they're going to perform a yajna, a sacred fire ritual. And what was their incredibly solemn prayer to the fire god? To be blessed with beautiful wives. You have to remember, these kids were like 3 or 4 years old at the time.